Race 4, the Cape Turf Club Syndicate's Open Maiden has been won by number 11, Among the Clouds. Well done to Mabuso. He receives his R1,000 thanks to Hollywoodbets and also Cape Racing. But Among the Clouds, a Lancaster Bomber filly, piloted home by Richard Free. Well done.
Thank you, Vicky.
She's quite an athletic filly and obviously really likes to get out there and get going.
Yeah, look, she showed good speed last time out, and she just got nabbed on the post. And Justin gave very simple instructions, just ride her as you find her. And she jumped out. I had an awkward draw. I just felt that I needed to sort of get to the middle inside where they've been winning. And she took it in a stride. She was nice and relaxed. Moved in and through the 500. Everybody else was off the bit already, and I'm sitting there, sitting pretty. And I just had to find the right sort of line to take, and that's going to drag me through. And she did it all by herself. Bearing in mind, I know it's an open maiden. She's a juvenile carrying 57 kilos, so I thought it was quite a win with merit. I know it's not the strongest of fields, but a young immature filly to take it by the girth and run through them like that was a great win. So well done to Snaith Racing and to Mr. Johnson and his family. Thank you very much, and to my sponsors at Winning Form.
Richard, well done.
Thank you, Vicky.
There you go, Richard, answering all the questions without even having to ask. Justin, well done for the win.
Great, thank you.
As Richard mentioned, the Open Maidens are lovely races, but when you've got an improving or a precocious youngster, they normally come out tops, as she did.
Yeah, look, it's an interesting thing. They get penalised for winning, obviously, against older horses. But would you rather be running against older horses that haven't won a race, or younger horses that are nowhere near where they may be one day in their racing career? So I think they are a lot easier to win, make no mistakes. So then why should the young horse get penalised more? They are the races you want to run in. And this was quite tough, I must be honest. From the 11 draw, Richard rode an absolute perler. I was watching and I was thinking, ooh, we could be in a bit of trouble here, because everyone's moved over to the inside. You're at the back of the field. The options of gaps and that aren't there. Yeah, because everyone wants the same run, and he made the right choice, the right time, out down towards the middle. Gutsy little filly. So really well done, Aventure, on breeding her. And Nick, who's on his way to Wimbledon, all of a sudden the strawberries and cream taste a lot better.
They do indeed. Well, I'm sure he'll enjoy that, especially with this win from this nice little filly that will hopefully go on from here.
Yes, I do think that a filly of this sort of shape is suited to these conditions. You're seeing a lot of the lighter frame type horses winning races, but take nothing away. As she matures, I'm sure she'll fill out.
So, Justin, they asked me this, and we were discussing it in the preview. Would you rather take a 2-year-old in this type of race or an older, hard-knocking sort?
As I said, without a doubt, the younger horse with more potential all day long. At this time of the year, which Justin Vermark actually made a good point, a lot of trainers are complaining of certain races we weren't having, but Justin made a good point. If you haven't won a maiden race by now, you're a little bit on the weaker side. So without a doubt, I'll take this. But remember, we do race for less in these races. So the maiden juvenile races at the moment, we're racing for like almost 200,000 Rand, whereas these races are less. So it is a bit of both.
I think the great thing about it in the Cape is that the options, and that's the huge plus.
Yeah, look, I'm finding it very hard at the moment. I'm not going to say. I've never been so stressed probably in my racing career as we are at the moment, because the weather has not played its part for us here in the Western Cape. We've had so much rain. I mean, the fact that we're racing every now and again, it's just great. I need to win as many races as I can when we do race. Normally the Eastern Cape was a place I could go to make up for the loss, because obviously Joburg do race a lot more, but their fields are getting smaller and smaller every year. Eastern Cape, they have no track manager, so as soon as it rains, they haven't had rain in 4 or 5 days, and they're not racing on grass. They're going to the poly, so I have to scratch all my horses. So it's a very stressful time, but nothing like a challenge. You want to make it tough, make it tough. It's fun. You just got to pull up your socks and get the job done.
Well done for getting the job done here.
Great, thank you very much.
There you go. As Justin's mentioned, he thoroughly enjoys the challenge. Number 11, Among the Clouds, the daughter of Lancaster Bomber, wins a great race. Well done to Aventure Thoroughbred Farm for breeding her, and she's also out of that beautiful mare Valletta. So lovely win under pilot Richard Free, and I think MJ is standing by with one of the jocks for a comment.
Yeah, Vicky, I got young Joswin Solomons with me. Joswin, very good to have you back. And how's the fitness going?
It's going all right. It's not too bad.
Your dad been keeping you busy on the equisizer?
Yeah.
Joswin, you rode a filly, could it be? She got beat 10 lengths first time out, but she ran on very well in race 4. Now,
Yes, she ran on quite nice. She came out nice and later on it got tight a little bit. So when I pulled her out, she actually quick and nice. Yeah.
yeah, you got stuck for a bit of a run going through the 400 to the 300, but once she pulled out, she really finished it off well.
Yes, she did. We gave us a one smack and she took off after that.
Joswin, the other rides today, your chance of getting back into winner's box today?
I got the world's best in the next race, so just hoping.
There's a bit of a grin there from Joswin. We'll have to follow that. World's best in the next. But yeah, he's just ridden. Could it be a filly that really ran on quite nicely? Number 3, have a look. She's drawn 3. Was a little bit at the back and but tight for Galloping Ring going through the 400. But she quickened well to run about 5th. But I don't think she'll take too long to win a race.